Today we will understand the concept of threads in operating system. Now let us look at one example before we actually go into and discuss threads. So if you see the example, we have a web browser. This is the application program, and this web browser can have 3 threads. So one thread may receive the network data, one thread may or display the text, and one more thread may display the images in the web page. So this application web browser can be considered as the process, and it can have multiple threads. Let us look at one more example. So in this example we see that there is a application program word processor, and it has 3 threads of control like the previous example. So one of the thread will control the graphics, one of the thread will do the spell check or the grammar, and one of the thread will do the user keystroke. So word processor is the application, but it has 3 threads of control like the previous example of web browser, where it has also 3 threads of control, each one working on a different function or job. So from this we understand that threads are actually part of the process, and they helps in parallel execution of the job or multiple jobs. So if we look at this particular example, we have a single and multi-threaded process. So this one, the first one on the left hand side, is the single process, and it has one thread of control. In the right hand side, this particular image shows that this is a single process and we have 3 threads of control. If you see or if you notice, each of these 3 threads have registers and stack which is separate for each one of them. So the register and stack are not shared by the threads, but what these 3 threads share, they share the parent process. This is the parent process. They share the code, data and files. So we have a multi-threaded process where there are 3 threads and all of them share code, data and files. What they don't share are register and stack. If you see, this is separately for each of the thread. Now let us look at the definition. A thread is a single sequence stream within a process. They are sometimes called lightweight processes. So processes are heavyweight and threads are lightweight. Why they are lightweight? Because they are sharing the resource of the process, and the operating system is not overloaded with the task of creating new threads of control every time. So generally the operating system will need to see the available resource and then allocate the resources to the process. So it will be heavyweight. Whereas when we consider threads, the threads are actually sharing the resources of the parent process. So the operating system is not responsible for allocating the resource. The threads can share the resource. That is why they are called lightweight processes. In many respects, threads are popular way to improve application through parallelism. The CPU switches rapidly back and forth among the threads, giving the illusion that the threads are running in parallel. For example, in the previous example, there can be 2 threads of control, one for controlling the text, one for controlling the graphics in case of word processor, or if it is a web browser, we have one thread controlling the image, one thread controlling the text, one thread controlling the network data. So all of them running in parallel. Now let us look at the difference between processes and threads. So if we look at the definition, process means any program that is in execution. Thread means the segment of the process. If we look at the context switch time, process require more time for context switch as they are more heavy. Threads require less time for context switching as they are lighter than processes. Memory sharing. Processes are totally independent. So each of the processes is independent and they don't share memory. Whereas threads, they are part of the parent process. So there can be 2 threads, there can be 3 threads, there can be 5 threads, and all of them share the memory with the peer threads, that is their siblings. Communication. We have seen in case of communication, process requires more time than between the threads. Communication between threads require less time than between processes. Now blocked. If a process gets blocked, remaining process can still continue their execution. Whereas if a user level threads get blocked, all of its peer threads also get blocked, as the threads will be from the parent process. So for the parent process, the threads under it will be blocked if the process is blocked. Dependency. Individual processes are independent of each other. Threads are part of process, so they are dependent. Data and code sharing. Processes have independent data and code segment. Threads, on the other hand, share the data segment, code segment and files with its peer thread, as we have seen in the example or that image where there were 3 threads of control and they were sharing the parent process, data, code and file. Time for creation. Process require more time for creation, thread requires less time for creation. Time for termination. Process require more time for termination, threads require less time for termination. So these are some of the differences between process and threads. Now let us look at the benefits of threads or the benefits of multi-threaded programming. So there are 4 benefits. The first one is responsiveness. So generally, if we look at the example of web browser, if one of the thread is not responsive, for example, if the thread on for controlling the graphics of the web page is not functioning, still you will be able to see the text if the thread for controlling the text in the web page is working fine. So that is what we are talking about, responsiveness. If one of the thread is not working, not an issue, the other threads will continue to execute and still the web page in our example, the web page will still be visible, or we can still access the web page using the text. Second one is about resource sharing. So generally we have seen in the case of inter-process communication, the resources are shared with the help of shared memory or message passing. However, in case of threads, they share the memory and the resource of the process to which they belong, as we have seen this. So because they are sharing the memory and resources of the parent process, so they can communicate easily. And the benefit of sharing code and data allows an application to have several different threads of activity within the same address space. Next one is the economy. Allocating memory and resources for processes are generally costly. Because threads share the resource of the parent process to which they belong, they are economical to create, and the context switching thread is also easy, or we can say economical. As an example, in Solaris, creating a process is generally 30 times slower than creating a thread. The context switching time in case of Solaris is about 5 times slower. Next one is utilization of microprocessor architecture. The benefit of multi-threading is that if we have a multiprocessor architecture and we have several threads of control, each one running in parallel on each of the processor, then we can achieve parallelism. So each of the thread running in a processor in the multiprocessor architecture, so parallelism can be improved. Generally a single thread can run on one processor regardless of how many are available. Multi-threading of the CPU increases parallelism, and that is what the benefit of utilizing the MP or microprocessor architecture with help of the concept of threads. So that's all for today.